All right, so yes, I think they don't have streamer mode in the demo because it's specifically does have controllers. Let me there's my controller. Okay, good. Which is admittedly, like, I do not have high hopes for me being good at this game. Because, like, I've never played rhythm games much. And there's pretty much one rhythm game that I've ever really tried before, and that's Crypt of the Necrodancer, and I sucked at it. Though I am certainly doing better at this tutorial than, because it is kind of reminiscent of the structure of, like, Guilty Gear Strive's tutorial. I seem to be able to get through this a lot more easily. Because, like, my inputs are actually functioning properly. Alright, so the big question is you know, which of these things is the fever bar? Oh, I was holding the wrong thing. That's why. Yeah, so now we can get into okay, so these are locked stages that will, presumably be fully available, on release. But we do have Dive Bar and Hemlock. Warning, level in early pre-alpha. Let's go for the Dive Bar. Or not. Or the dive bar could just be an advertisement.
Is that old Charlie? Back from the dead? We bit late to the party, aren't ya, mate?
I mean, I figure let's just well, I hope that this is like a approved cover because it says original soundtrack and licensed by Monster Cat. But this is an existing song. Oh, do I get the opportunity to throw enemies from a tree? Or also get hit by the train myself alongside them. Yeah, I think the upper bar's just my health. Okay, guess that was the end of the stage. stage right there. Yeah, there's just some goons I have to beat here. Right, time will tell if that. I will be right back real quick. Time will tell if that portion at least gets any copyright trouble. In fact, actually, really, I'll be able to tell, well, some of it soon. Alright, I'm back. But one thing. Regardless is important. Please make sure compliant with EULA sections 1.2 and 1.11. Just should be able to show. Well, where do I read this EULA? Like, you're telling me that I need to comply with the EULA, but then not showing me where. I mean, I imagine what they mean is just like. Okay, Okay, I found the EULA. Is it confident? So 2.1 is confidentiality. Confidential information. From time to time, your participation in the demo and or use of the game and or site may expose you certain confidential proprietary information, tools, technology, software, game site, any demo or HAD. So I think apparently by playing this demo, I give them the right to use my name. Because like technically it says you name and likeness rights, but to I like how they specify throughout the universe. Use, modify, or for technological compatibility aspects, broadcast, stream, distribute, include in the game, publicly perform, and commercially exploit. That's some interesting wording. Like, usually exploit is not good when you're talking about something you're doing to a person or their likeness. However, it is just this stream, essentially. So I think when they say like compliant with the EULA, they mean like, you know, if you have like access to later tracks that aren't in the demo somehow, like if you're playing the beta, don't use those because that's confidential information owned by the company. However, excessively large files may not play properly.
I'm sorry about that. You thought it through.
You know, technically if somebody has a problem with me using this, it's gonna be Arc System Works. Which admittedly I don't know if this is I get the feeling that this is not the correct BPM. actually, since it's a song that since it's, you know, an existing song, game I would like to be able to tweak the BPM setting. Okay, E to edit. Admittedly, I'm not entirely sure how to. Let's just see if that information is available online somewhere rather than. Yeah, it's tempo 101.9 apparently. Well, it count because it's so that decimal counts as. I think this is a little bit slower. Or so. Should be. The correct. Setup. But it also does say works best on 120 to like 200 BPM. Because the game is designed for those BPMs, I guess. Which I guess really, like, maybe. Maybe the reason why they talk about the EULA is that, you know, they want to make sure that they can use the songs. Because, you know, like, if you're playing Infinite Disco with a song that they aren't allowed to use, you are kind of making it legally questionable whether they can use that portion of the stream for advertising. which I think it mostly because the EULA specifies demo. So like I probably shouldn't actually be doing this technically, but what are the odds that they're gonna pick my stream to use for an ad? Like, I would say pretty slim. Like, they're gonna be too busy using the streams of much bigger streamers. Maybe just in case. I think I'm gonna leave it there for Des Disco. Because we played through the entire canonical level, and I'm gonna do the thing to make sure that there's as little legal trouble for anyone with the Infinite Disco, and like, you know, I'll maybe wait till full release to play around with it more. Which, hey, you know, that gives us at least 2 hours for Gumshoe Detective Agency. That gets me down to 3 total demos left. So be right back while I get this set up.